take us through that dunk that heard around the world.
Perfect pass, man. Shout out to Josh Green. Perfect pass. He had the belief in me. A lot of my teammates didn't think that I could catch lobs, but I told them to look at my summer highlights, man. No, but it felt good to get up there and convert that dunk. And it's not too often you see me dunk, so I'm grateful that I got a highlight here, man. It felt good.
You called for it specifically?
Absolutely. Come on now. Throw it. No, we talked about it a few possessions before. We saw how they were guarding us, so just one of those adjustment plays. And then Josh actually gave me that kind of head nod. He said, "Yo, go for the lob. I'm gonna throw it to you." So I'm glad we can convert that.
I'm pretty sure you heard the crowd. Did you kind of feed off of the noise that you heard from the crowd tonight?
Yeah, just like any other basketball game. But it felt like being back. It felt like I was home tonight. Getting here early, warming up. Just getting a good sense of the rims and the atmosphere, what it was going to be like, and just mentally preparing myself for the game, and just letting the game come to me and allowing basketball guys to do the rest. Just try to get as much sleep yesterday and come in with an open heart, open mind to see a lot of my friends and family that I've made here and put on a great show for them.
I know you said, Kyrie, that you don't need to have necessarily the pomp and circumstance for these kind of games when you come back. But for you personally, after spending a few years here, what did you sort of think about, and what do you think about when you think about your time with the Nets?
I don't think about it too often now. Pretty much at peace with what happened and spending time here. I wish a lot of the guys well, a lot of the people that I've gotten a chance to get to know. We have relationships that extend off the basketball court, and that's all I can ask for. So as a person, again, I felt like I was at home whether I was playing a game or not. Got to see a lot of smiles, got to make some kids really happy. And that's what this job is about at the end of the day. It's the next generation and making sure they stay inspired and they see me out there doing my thing and really getting my teammates involved. Just want to leave a great legacy for them, no matter who I'm playing for. So, obviously it was emotional. You can see my emotions running on out there, but after that, just pretty much focus on winning the basketball game.
I saw you got to see your sister right after the games. You have a bunch of family here?
Yeah, I had a bunch of family. That's what makes this environment so special. Even when I wasn't a Brooklyn Net, I would come home and a lot of my family would be here supporting me, and that makes the world a difference.
Kyrie, in your own words, how would you like your time in Brooklyn to be remembered?
To be honest with you, I don't care, because that's kind of subjective. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm just going to let it run its course, and hopefully in the next few years it's done. I know a lot of my peers could say the same. I'm tired of the baggage that comes with playing our former teams and all of this extra emotional conversations and diatribes that come from it. It's part of our game, but at the same time, it's just basketball. So just want to focus on that and all the uncontrollable things that didn't work out, or the circumstances that were uncontrollable, that didn't go in our favor. It's life.
As a family is one of the reasons you wanted to come here in the first place. I assume you wanted to stay around your family.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
was there anything that could have been salvaged to say, I don't want to leave, I want to stay here and stick it out, or was it too far gone?
I don't want to get too deep into it because I love protecting, the people that I'm in business with, even if it doesn't work out. Again, I wish all those guys well, but conversations that needed to be had weren't had before the trade deadline, and I don't know if anything needed to be salvaged. I just think it was time to get my own peace of mind and go somewhere where I was able to thrive and be in a situation where I didn't have to worry about kind of behind the back talk or the media talk or not knowing how to handle real life circumstances that it has nothing to do with the game of basketball. It has everything to do with how you handle someone as a person. And while I was here, I've learned a lot of lessons. I've made my peace again, like I said, and I just want to move forward. Things could have changed, and you look back at the past and you have 20/20 vision. This could have gone right if this would have happened. If I didn't get injured versus the Bucks, do I still ask for a trade? If KD's foot wasn't on the three-point line, are we talking about a different legacy here? If James doesn't ask for a trade, all of the woulda, coulda, shoulda, wouldas, hopefully after this night we can just put that to rest and just move forward, and I can look forward to the rest of my career and just handling it in Dallas and going after my second championship.
Kyrie, when you and Luka have it going like that, how difficult is this team to beat?
Very difficult. Very difficult. It's fun to play that way. We obviously want to make sure we still get our teammates involved and just allow the game to come to us and play off each other's instincts.
what does it mean for you to come back and see young guys that you played with, like Cam Thomas and Nick Claxton, take that next step as productive NBA guys?
Yeah, I love those guys, and it's going to continue. But I really just care about their development. And while I was here, I really had their ear and really sat them down a few times to prepare them for what's coming. And ultimately, I know that they have the potential to be great players in this league, and they just got to be consistent and find that continuity and be patient. Every situation is different, every team is different, so just got to be willing to deal with the hard punches of winning and losing games and understanding what it takes to be a championship team. I'm still on that road right now, so I appreciate the ups and downs of the journey and how things work out and how we can learn to do better moving forward.
So that point, beyond those two, just what do you kind of think of the state of your former team? You've now played them twice this year.
Man, I think when you trade some franchise players and things are mixed around, and it's going to look different, it's going to feel different. You have some of the best players in the world playing on this court, playing at Barclays. I think a lot of the fans and true supporters appreciated us and what we did here. But now it's time to start fresh over, and it's no longer the same pressure that was here before of championship now and who you have on the team. So I think the environment's a little bit different, but those young guys will be fine. They have great heads on their shoulders. They work at their crafts, and they got to learn from me, KD, James, and a few other great players that they've been alongside. So I'm happy for them, but they'll be okay.
One more, guys.
Like narratives aside and all that stuff like that. We've talked before about how you've been basically in the Buckeyes since you were 17.
Yep.
How does it feel to just be back home, period? Like, just seeing your family and just, like...
Yeah, man, I'm a New Jerusalem or New Jersey kid all the way through and through, man. I played a lot of games in the city. I played in all the boroughs. If you don't know anything about my journey or story, I have a lot of family in New York City. I have a lot of foundational growth here. I spent a lot of my childhood in the Bronx, New York, specifically the Mitchell Projects. My whole family comes from there, Harlem as well. So everything that I've learned about myself has come from being in the city and being in Jersey. So when I got an opportunity to play for the New Jersey Nets or play for the Brooklyn Nets, I always make that mistake because for me, it was a childhood dream. I left the NBA Finals game, watching J. Kidd play, watching Kerry Kittles play, watching King Martin play. I left that game. I was sitting up in the nosebleeds with my dad and my sister, and I went home. That's when I decided I wanted to become an NBA player. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of the next generation watching. I got to experience the highs and lows of being part of 2 Eastern Conference Finals, watching them get very close and be defeated. But what I learned is I don't want that to be us, and that was the motivation and the drive. Obviously, I fell short in terms of the championship aspirations, but for me, I think it was bigger than the championship here. I had to really take some moral stances that propelled me into a place in my life that I had to become accustomed to. There were some political things that were going on here as well that I couldn't control, that I was responsible for. There were some things that I did on my accord that I look back on and they were mistakes, and I have to be accountable for those things. Not perfect, but one thing I can say is I've been able to learn from things and continue to push forward, man. Now I'm around some good people. That's all that matters, man. Surrounding yourself with some good folks.